What's going on, everybody? It's Bipolar Bear. Thank you all so much for checking out another video, and welcome to another Jump Spots and Sightlines. Today we are on Asilo, and as always, if there is a map you want to see me do next, put it in the comment section. I'll put your name on screen, you'll get a shout out. If I don't hear anything, I'll just carry on going from left to right. Only 3 maps left to cover after this before season 1 comes out, and Asilo it's got some decent ones, not got the best ones, but this map is a lot bigger than what I first anticipated. Before we crack on though, if you enjoy this and it helps you out, likes help me out massively. And again, let me know in the comment section what map you would like me to do next, because it's fun to just have a flick through and pick the one I'm going to do next, and you'll get your name on screen, shout out, and all the rest of it. So let's crack straight on into it. Asilo, and we're starting off on the C flag. This is my least favourite of the spawns, but we'll go from right to left, and yeah, we'll head straight for this side building here. Because, yeah, I like going this way. So let's head straight over this way. And we have the main, what I class as a courtyard down here. Now, surprisingly enough, quite a lot of action actually goes on over in this part of the map. Because generally, you have people kind of like out through this window like so. People in this window like so. Takes you into the big main building over there. In that main window there's a hot point, that's a hot point, and this side of the map gets quite a lot of activity. Now, if you're taking the C flag, by the way, if you're going to take the C flag, just instead of like being hovering like so, if you want to just stay hidden, tuck yourself into this log and you'll be good. You'll be golden. And around the back of this building here, I've been trying a bunch of different ways to be able to get on this roof and try and maximize like a jump spot or something like that to be able to see over to that side of the map. But unfortunately, there's nothing. There's very little. I mean, it has all the credentials to be a jump spot to get up there, but no, there certainly isn't anything over there. Before we go into the main building, the main port of call on this one, right, on this side of the building here is, like I say, it's a very high sniper spot up there. Main building's through there, and that leads us to the courtyard. Lost my bearings for a second there. So what we generally want to do is, if you're fighting over the C flag and you're kind of getting chased up through here, and there's always campers in here, instead of going up at it like this, or a slightly better way than that is to hop up here and go at it like this and try to catch people out like this. But what I like to do, now it's a little bit awkward, but you come to the edge of the scaffolding here and you aim for the light there, because so if you fail the mantle, then you'll be able to kind of like propel yourself off this lamp here. So if you just sprint, hop, look to the left and drag yourself up, you're straight in that building there. Nobody is ever aware of that. You catch so many people out, and this is just, like I said, it's just such a high traffic room. Hopping through that window instead of coming up any of the sides, you're going to be golden. Let's go into the courtyard, because on the other side of the map where the pylons are, it's okay, but it's not great. I mean, it's the same with this courtyard, really. I mean, there are some really good lines of sight, but they're so situational, especially when it comes to that window and that window back here. They're, like I say, you know, they're both really high traffic areas, but it's kind of catching people in the right position. But if I do want to push through, and I know there's going to be a fight going on down here, generally what I like to do is hop onto this box here, hop onto the wall. You can also just hop straight from the box, hop onto the top of the truck, duck down, mount as well, so you get a mount challenge done, and the cover that you just get there is just so good, and nobody expects you to be on the top of the truck either. So that is a really nice one if you want to get people out that side of the building. Unfortunately for there, I mean, it's somewhat decent. The view's not as great, but you can get some use out of it. But that's mainly the one that I use it for. If I've come from Seaside and I'm going to attack A, this is the first place that I come to if I want to try and get a drop on somebody there. Speaking of the A side, before we kind of go jumping in through that the main building down here, these trucks are criminally overused as well. Like, I like these trucks, I do. They come in really handy, especially if you find yourself in a bit of a pickle over in that situation. Again, crouch down, use the mount feature. It's really useful. And also as well, these trucks back here, if you have got people up here trying to like flush you out and stuff like that, and they've kind of spotted you from under there, I generally just kind of like to get into here, into that space there, and you can pick them straight out. It's a naughty spot, but it's one that you will get some mileage out of. Now that kind of brings me over to the big red building. Now the big red building, this one, she's a bit of an odd one, really. She looks like she could be a really useful power position, but how she's kind of set out, it doesn't make her all that useful. Now, unfortunately, there is no really any good jump spots to get you from point B to up there. Unfortunately, it's just kind of like make your way around the back. It's a good thing, because where you spawn in, you're going to be in gunfights over here. But one of the mistakes I see happening a lot is when they're trying to engage with people over in the green roof building over there, what they'll do is they will either come right back up to... Did you know this whole back end of the map around here is bloody ridiculous? You'll see people coming up to this tree and trying to take people out like this, or they'll make their way down to the bottom of the big red building, and they'll just be sat like this up on here trying to get in gunfights and whatnot. Now, if you've got somebody in that window, this spot here is not half bad. But do I have a better one? You know I've got a better one. If you want to dominate Big Red and you want to get yourself in a really good power position, if you come all the way back here and just look for this pipe, you can squeeze yourself behind this building, lean, and boom. How good of a spot is that? Nobody's expecting you behind here, dude. So yeah, if you want to take out the person sniping in that window who's overlooking the courtyard, around here, mount yourself round. Easy kill. Easy kill. So let's do the full sweep of the building first before we go actually taking on the big main building. Unfortunately, this building over by the A flag, the antenna building, there is literally no way of getting on that roof. Like, trust me, I have tried. I've tried multiple different ways, and it screams jump on me and snipe from me. But unfortunately, it's just not having it. There's no way that I know of. It's like it just seems like prime real estate for being able to climb on. But unfortunately, it's just not. If you want to start taking pips at that balcony and whatnot, the best place if you're going to do it around here is just come up on these boxes back here, and you'll be able to get some mileage out of that. There is also as well, which people do not use enough of, because this balcony here, it's a proper high traffic area coming through the middle of the map. And for me, if you want to catch people out on this balcony, literally the one place you want to be coming is, if you have the seaside, I prefer being on the outside like this, because it just gives me a far better line of sight into the building. Also, vice versa on the other side as well. Just drag yourself along this side here, peek yourself around, and it just offers you the best cover for that situation. Again, if you're spawning over there, go sit that side. If you're spawning over here, go sit this side that I just showed you there. Really underused spot. Unfortunately, this would be killer if there was a kind of a way to like tuck yourself in back here and mount yourself on, and that'd be really, really useful. But unfortunately, it's not. That's about as good as it's gonna get. This side does, however, provide you a way of just getting from the little grassy knoll there, if I didn't make a mess of it, and to be able to hop over and hop onto there if that's something you didn't know before. And it's also a really good way of taking control of that just by surprise as well. Instead of just hopping straight over or making a right pig's ear of it, you just sprint and just, yeah, it's just a better way of going than going all the way around. So let's get into some of the more interesting parts, shall we say, because they are the amateur level basics. Now, the balcony does provide us with some entertainment, so let's go over here, because this balcony on here, it's a real like high action zone. So from this wall here, you'd have thought you'd be able to just kind of like jump on this box say here and then sprint and jump onto the balcony. Wouldn't it be so much better if there was a way you could just jump directly onto this balcony? I'm glad you asked. There is, yeah, no, there is a way. If you come to this specific spot here with the electric box in front of you, and then you just sprint hoppity hoppity, boom, you're up. And then from there, you want to get yourself up here, and that is going to line you up nicely to an entrance into this room. Now, generally, I like to get these doors open like so I can see what's going on. And hoppity hoppity, hoppity hoppity. Done that the wrong way. Okay, try that one again. Hoppity hoppity, hoppity hoppity, and it just offers you a really nice, just a sneaky way in instead of going all the way around and making everybody aware of where you're coming from. And a fun one as well. Definitely not practical, but if you get a kill with this, like, just send it in to me. Honestly, it's amazing. It's like the funniest thing ever. If you hop on this railing here and come all the way behind this pole here, and just see where have the lean mantle function there. If you just pop yourself like that and mount like that, you can pretty much see where this is where the people are going to start walking out the staircase, and you can just pop people straight off. Is it practical? Is it good cover? No, but it's fun, damn it. Usually if you lean to the right, you fall off, but for whatever reason, recently, every other time I've done it, I've been able to stick on. So I don't know what's gone on there. Also, as well, if you're on this balcony, instead of, if you want to try and take some cover, if you want to try and take control of this balcony and that main middle point there is just blocked for whatever reason, say, generally my favorite way of taking it is to hop up to here and jump onto this railing here, stick, and then hop, pull yourself up. He's not in the mood to pull himself up today, is he? There we go. Pull yourself up, drag yourself behind this tarpaulin here, and this offers you a nice way into that building. Like I said, that is the top of the staircase there. Practically, it doesn't offer you any real cover, but people just aren't expecting you to be behind this tarpaulin here. So that is some good ways to address the balcony. Now, if we go inside the building unfortunately doesn't offer too much in the way of jump spots and sightlines. There's a couple, but there's nothing of too much of interest. But we'll start downstairs and work our way up, because downstairs has definitely got a little bit more going on. I hate this room, by the way. This room is absolutely awful. If I ever go into that room, I'm dead. I don't know what it is. Like, this room and me and Cursed, I'm in a private match on my own whilst doing this video, and I still reckon that somebody's going to be able to take me out. Like I say, me and that room, we just not friends. We just don't get on. So let's go into some sneaky little spots to see if you can catch people out with it first. Now, if they are spawning seaside and you want to catch people out in the pool area here, do me a favour, don't go like that. It's really dumb. You might be thinking you're being sneaky and you think it's a really good spot, but you can't stand up, you can't really move, it just kind of locks you in, it kind of prones you there, which is nice. I like it, to be fair. But what generally I like to do, if I want to try to catch people out, I'll come in between the two and I will get down here. It's a spot that I've caught so many people out with, and it's just one that works, and you should know about it to be able to counter it. If you do want to counter it, if somebody is there catching you out though, obviously everything's got a counter to it. If you just pop yourself on this bin, lean, and that's exactly where they're going to be. So just be careful of these pool tables here. Also, this bar area as well, people like to camp down behind there a lot. Now, if you want to take these stairs, do me a favor, stop going upstairs like that. Okay, it's just, you're kind of just asking for trouble. Is this way better? Mucho, yes. Hop on the railing and just walk directly backwards. You just offer yourself a far better chance, especially if people can hear you coming. They're just not going to expect you to be there that quick, and you know, you're here before you even get to the bend, and if you're down there, you can see the difference that makes. You know, it's just so much different. And if you're going to attack these stairs, I generally try to avoid them. That's the whole point of this series, because we don't like stairs. But if you've got to use them properly. Stay stairs, people. And also, as well, for the main over-the-top fight of B area, please stop coming into this room and going like this. Please stop. Or mounting on there and getting into sniper battles across there. Why are you doing this? Why you do this? There's a far better spot. That's the spot you need to be in. Boom. Far more cover. Mount. You know, just mount. Get down. Move over. Mount. Get down. Move over. Mount. Etc. Etc. You know where I'm going with that. And it's just a far better spot. And other than a few little tidbits of spots of obviously being able to traverse this map a little bit better, so you can run across these walls here, run across the fence. If you don't want to go messing with that whatsoever, hop up there and jump in through that way. But then if you want to make your way back across the other way, I would love it if there was a runway across there, but unfortunately there's not. But if you ever do find yourself in a situation down here where you want to get upstairs quickly, hop on these barrels, hop on these, hop on the crates, hop on the barrels, and then sprint and jump and mantle yourself up, and that is going to get you to this top bar area. And that is all the jumps and spots I have for Asilo. The map's pretty decent for them, to be fair. I do quite like it, and I do actually quite like this map. It's a lot bigger than people seem to think though, which is baffling. You know, like, I'd never thought it was that big until I started going in depth on this map and finding new and weird and wonderful places to kill people. And the more I play on it, the more this map is growing on me. Obviously, the main center of attention is this big building here, where the majority of the gunfights go down. That's why I always kind of feel like this map feels smaller than what it actually is. But yeah, it's a good map. So if this helps you out, likes help me out, and like I said, put in the comment section if there's any map that you would like me to cover next. And like I said, I want to get this series pretty much done and dusted before Season 1 starts, so I'm going to have another one of these up in the next couple of days.